You know, this Academy of Soul, BlackRoots Academy of Soul, comes out of the group, the band BlackRoots Unlimited, which is about, well, it started about 2002 or something like that. So I have musicians in there who are producers in their own right, songwriters, music directors, you know. They have their own studios. Our sound engineer has his own studio. Our keyboard player has his studio. Another keyboard player is a music director, you know. So these ones help the younger musicians to, you know, help them with their steps in learning. So the gist of BlackRoots Academy of Soul is to nurture, you know, to share what we've learned over all these years with other people, maybe mentoring other people, and also to bring some alternative kind of to bring an alternative to our music here. Our music here has been so static in this country, you know. It's like people listen to one type of music, or, well, the majority. So we're also trying to introduce our singers and players of instruments to other types of genres to help them incorporate that soul music when they are writing their music, when you're writing your Afrobeat. If you listen to even some of the house music from England, like Soul to Soul, you know, the acid jazz, you know, Incognito. If you go to South Africa, they had was it called Afro House? They have trumpet players in there playing solos, the chord progression. You know, it's not just about the beat. You can tell that there are some musicians who did some arrangements in there. You know, even disco music, for instance, it was dance music, but you know, Nile Rodgers and all these guys, you know, one of my favorite bassists, Bernard was Chic. All these guys, they use their knowledge from jazz and rhythm and blues, and then put it into dance music. So you have to have these tenements, these, you know, the earth, the soil, the foundation in your playing. Then you can create on top of that when you already have that solid foundation of singing, playing instruments, arranging. You know, all these things are important. They move hand in hand. So this whole project is to share what we've learned, what we've known for, you know, that we keep learning and knowing and sharing it with other people, especially the younger musicians, and making sure that we improve on our craft, all of us in general. As a nation also, as a country, we need to improve our musicianship, you know. We need to improve our musicianship. It's very important. I take that very seriously, you know. And not focus only on what to get out of music, but to focus on what we put. What are you putting? Music is going to give you so much, but what are you putting into that music? You know, your discipline, your focus, your passion. Don't just take out of music every time. Taking out. You need to put in, you know. Then music will, you know, like a tree, you're like a plant. You have to nurture this thing, you know, give it some manure or whatever, you know, whatever you need. So it's important. It's important. So it's very important for us to do this project. I hope it continues, and we will, you know, we're happy to share our rehearsal space with you, so you can see all the mistakes we do and all the things we do and all the arguments we have before we end up on stage, where you see a finished product. You know, where does that finished product come from? It's like making bread. When you get the dough and then you mix this, and you know, you just can't eat that when it is that. You know, you first prepare it and then put it in the oven and bake it. When people come to the bakery, they're getting a finished product, a nice loaf, but they did not know what happens in the bakery behind there, you know, where the dough fell, and then you have to throw it away and then get, you know, all the hard work and the heat in the kitchen that the baker goes through to produce that bread. So this is to show you what happens in our bakery of music, you know, before you present it to you in the bakery for you to enjoy, you know, or in our kitchen. Only the chef is preparing and wiping away the sweat and, you know, trying to make this mixture and that mixture. That's what we're doing here in the rehearsal. You prepare the arrangements. How will the song start? How will it end? Who's singing what, where, you know. Even for the songs, but many of the songs we keep rehearsing are classics that have been recorded before, but these are from people who have songs that have lasted a long time, you know, longevity, you know, all these great artists. that music, there's a reason why this music lasts so long. It's because they put their heart and soul in it and their musicality in it. So we need it as a stepping stone. We use these cover songs as a stepping stone. You also hear some of the original songs that we've written, but they're all based on what we've learned from these other great people. So that's the whole gist of BlackRoots Academy of Soul.